So hi all. So the today's session that we have kept is about the Streamlit. Okay. Um, I'm not sure how many of you have heard of it before. So Streamlit is an open source application framework written on Python. Okay. Basically, what it does is it helps in creating any dashboard for data-driven dashboard, you can say, or very much useful with the machine learning algorithms. Okay. So on very high level, it's like a built-in website, you can say, a web application. Like you just install the modules and you are easily able to visualize your data over on your local host, you can say, right? So on a port, it is going to execute immediately, like just run the Streamlit command and then you can visualize it, right? Why I'm bringing this up for the discussion, just because of the ease of use of this tool. Okay, the way that you are able to utilize this easily and then set up the I mean execute it over the web interface and then play with your data as you want, creating a lot of dashboards, which is very much a cumbersome work if you don't have such tools, right? It's a community driven project, and the codes are always available on GitHub. I'm sure some of the people must have started creating some training program as well on this, but the documents are available on their platform, which is good enough to learn it, right? Now let's see some of the more details about the Streamlit. So the basic feature, if I say like, so just a quick introduction here. So Streamlit is a user-friendly user interface, open source, written on Python. Just to keep it very concise, right? It's a developer friendly, and you can always go back and then create a PR if you want to raise any issues with any of the modules that is being created, and you have always a community support for it. It supports a lot of machine learning libraries and also data science related libraries to work with, right? Okay. So some of the key features. So it's a reactive component. So Streamlit actually updates the app in response to the user input. So as soon as you, suppose your app is already running, right? So you have a streaming data to be processed, okay? Just like any real-time scenario. So as soon as you update your data on the front end, immediately that will take in the effect, and then you are able to see the updated visualizations. Now the next feature is code and app synchronization. Here, the app reflects changes in code instantly, right? As I said, so it is going to take immediate effect. Okay, so that's how you are actually able to debug any of the issues on real time also, right? And then obviously written on Python with lot of integrations. So it has a full integration with Python, and and yeah, so that's the key feature. So uh, I'm trying to cover the very introductory portion of Streamlit application, which definitely you need to put. I mean, if you are working in similar zone, you should be going back and then check what all other functionalities they have, the advanced features they provide. Okay. Uh, Also, one of the very important thing that I have seen recently, most of the, I mean, the way that we are moving forward with these Gen AI related applications, the approaches, Streamlit became very crucial here, because easily we are able to actually work with it and then play with our data, and also behind the scene we are actually call through those Gen AI related APIs and then producing those results. Again, again, it comes very handy here. Okay, now, so as we can see, like the very quick prototyping that you can do with the Streamlit. Okay, so it enables in quick integration and visualization of the concept, the POCs that you work with. Okay, do not require a lot of settings to be done. It's just that one module that you need to install and you get started, right? And that's where it says minimal boilerplate code, right? So developer can achieve the powerful visualization with just one piece of code. I mean, just one file where you are actually writing your logics and then you get started. Okay? Which is really reducing a lot of time and effort that it takes for anyone to work with a similar line of requirements. Okay. Now, also engaging user experience. So the interactive nature of Streamlit application, it enhances the user engagement. When I'm going to showcase just a quick sample demo of how it looks like when you actually install or work with, you will find it relatable. Okay. Again, some of the use cases that we can talk about is data visualization, machine learning prototyping, and dashboard creation. Um, Today itself, I was going through some of the articles and I found that it's like with the help of, I mean, not only just the way that app works, the framework works, but also with the help of GenAI, like you can easily write a prompt which will generate the code for you for creating your dashboard immediately, right? So behind the scene, what you really need is a piece of code to create the dashboard, right? So suppose you have that code handy somewhere. Again, that is just a single file within that, and that's also not too lengthy codes. With that, you are able to create a visualization, a customized visualization for your data as quickly as possible. Okay, so these are the three best use cases I can talk about: data visualization, machine learning prototyping, and the dashboard creations. Okay, now talking about the installation part. So as you can see, the three steps, very easy, very handy. On your system, you just need to run these commands. So you have a pip install Streamlit. That's like installing the Python modules. Okay, and as soon as you install it, you get started with the Streamlit application, right? And then you write your logics for working with those commands. And at the end, for local executions, you run the Streamlit run app.py command to get it running on your local host on defined port. Okay. Now, whenever we are working with the Streamlit, some of the best practices that can be followed is writing the modular code, as we say with any coding best practices. Also, utilizing the interactive widgets. So the widgets are really handy here. That's, I can say, the much better usefulness of the Streamlit application. Okay. So if we use that, the visualizations may be really quick to be working with. Okay. Thorough testing is always recommended here, because you may not know which piece of code is not working fine, because when we are playing with any dashboards that requires a lot of settings to be I mean there are a lot of pieces moving all the time, integrations with multiple components, right? So thorough testing is always recommended here. Okay. And whenever you are struggling with this particular application or the framework, there is a larger community of Streamlit users, a community-driven community. I mean, community-driven approach that we can take. Like we can go back and then be part of those communities and get your questions answered, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's uh, uh, on the presentation. So also to conclude here, like as of now, you can say the numbers can be even bigger. It's a rough number that we have 100K plus users using Streamlit applications. Again, due to the evolving uh, uh, evolution of the machine learning Gen AI related thing, and the data science related stuff, right? It is being used by many of the organizations. I mean, I can name any of these big cloud players, the data platforms like Snowflake, right? So everyone is actually using Streamlit for the visualization and even creating a quick web application for their data, right? Uh, Today itself, I checked this Streamlit GitHub repo itself has 30K plus stars, GitHub stars, right? That's very huge number. Okay. Okay. If you want to explore more, you can go back and check these references, right? Streamlit.io, their official website. There are some cheat sheets that you can look into, and also the GitHub repo. Okay. That's all about the presentation. Let's have a quick look into a small demo. I mean, not very extensive, but yeah, let's see what we can work with. Okay. So here you can see this particular application. Let me see if I have this pip install. Okay, so let me install this module first, right? As we see, the command is pip install Streamlit. That's all. Okay, right. So it says that skipping because I have already installed it. So let's see. Oops, yes. Okay, fine. Now to run this application, Streamlit run, and then the file name that you have, right? And let's see. Okay. Uh, okay. It has already executed, and then now it is running locally on my system. Let me open it in a different browser. Okay. Let me know if you don't see it. See the browser. Are you able to see the browser?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
can see it. Yeah.
So confirming. Okay. So if you see, this code is not. I mean, a lot. It is just that creating two tabs and then you are able to select those as buttons, right? So that's what it is explaining. But you can do much more than this. So let's go to their official website, okay, and then see what else. I mean, maybe some other additional demo that we can have, right? So let's take this. I'll go to streamlit.io, right? Okay. Okay. So here, if you see, this is their official website where you can find out more details, how it works, and also for verifying whether it is installed correctly or not, you can just take this command and execute it here. I have to stop this first. Okay. And if I run it, so this is actually opening in a different browser for me. If you had it installed otherwise, it would have opened differently, right? So here, if you see, this is where it opens the hello site. This is a page it really opened when I ran the Streamlit hello command, right? Within this only, I can try out other functionalities. You can see here the quick animation that you can create, and the piece of code that we needed was only this much, right? So this is a really great framework to play with your data. Okay, even if you want to plot any demo or anything, right? Yeah, you can see. So there is a lot to explore here, but on very basic level, I just wanted to let people know that there is something like this exists, which is very handy to use, and then uh, um, develop your applications quickly. Okay, more on the generative AI aspect, I would say. Okay, yeah. So that's all. Let me know if you have any questions.
Jitendra, Rakesh.
Yeah, Rakesh.
So, I mean, I already Python have web frameworks like Flask and other one is
Django, yeah, Django is there, right?
Django. Yeah. So how it is different from those? Because even Flask has the very wider community, and I think what I sum up is the Streamlit has a better support for the ML based application and the dashboarding. Is that the USP of Streamlit, or even uh,
Right. So your question is valid, but the response also is going to be similar way. So here, if you see for Flask or Django, they are more of application development, not for the data related stuff, right? So
okay?
when we are working with Streamlit, that is for playing around with your data. Okay.
Okay, but see, somewhere we need to feed the data, right? So data is always there, and then there are components like charts,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
the
those
graph,
charts are the visualization that you create with the charts. So the way that we were playing with it earlier, it was like you run over the command that, okay, these are sort of, maybe you can also compare it with the notebooks that we were using earlier, right? We still
right?
use it. So with the
Yeah,
notebook, you are able to create those visualization, but actually I want to have it directly fetched on the browser, right? So that I
okay.
can actually showcase to my customers or for even for
Web app,
my users, right? So for that, it was not that easy. I mean, either I
okay,
was going with the notebooks or I had to create those Django applications, then see how data is working, right? So a
okay.
lot of effort, even playing with.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so when I use the Flask or Django, I need to have the ODBC data sources, right?
right.
So here we don't need to. I mean,
Here
what I
also, see, here also you are going to feed the data anyway, right?
okay,
But the way that visualization is taking care of,
okay,
it is
yeah.
more
So
for, yeah, it is more for the visualization aspect and also for the machine learning scenario where you have this covered now, like the generative AI part of it, right?
okay,
Creating
okay, got it.
chatbots,
Okay,
right?
chatbots and all. So
Yeah.
they have those components already.
Right. Now, suppose you want to search with the LangChain, like you got some output done. Okay. As of now,
Mm-hmm.
you are not going to just visualize it immediately, but you are going
Right.
to pass it on with some other steps. Okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
again, it is going to next step, and then ultimately you are going to generate some output out of it, right?
Okay.
At that
Okay.
time, it is really helpful, really very helpful. So you can
Okay.
very easily create any chatbots. You can create a search engine for yourself, right? So yeah, so in those steps, that's good. Also,
Mm-hmm.
the community is there to help you in deploying it easily, and it works with your GitHub repos directly. So not
Okay.
only developing it locally, but you can just commit your code on your GitHub repo. Okay, authorize it to work with the community cloud, and then you can use Streamlit for creating the visualization of your code which is present in your own code GitHub repo directly. I mean, you don't have to really go through, I guess, the GitHub Actions and other stuff, I believe. Yeah, that's again uh, additional advanced features that
Okay.
you want to go with. But on very basic level, you can get started immediately. As I said, it's very helpful with the prototyping part also, at least if you see.
Okay, got it. Okay. So maybe it's not that user if I see the lot of user base, user customers, user base, I'm not sure how this will perform, but internally, other teams can utilize, like you have reporting,
I have
reporting.
seen it. I have
Okay.
seen it being, I mean, recently I being attending some of the events, okay, and I have
Uh,
seen it almost all of the organizations, okay.
Using it. Okay.
Yeah, be it Snowflake, be it Microsoft, even in our
Mm-hmm.
own requirements, we are using it, right? So
Okay.
I can definitely tell it's really, really I mean, big help here.
Useful and
Very useful.
faster development, I guess.
Yes,
In less code, you can have a lot of
right. Okay.
yeah, okay. Faster development, maybe. That's
Yeah,
one.
you can, that's what I'm saying. If you
Okay,
go,
sure.
yeah, this
Hmm.
documentation here, you can find out
Yeah,
what are the features they are providing, right? And there are
right, right.
tutorials available for connecting with multiple data sources. Okay, so at least from the open source perspective, it is very useful, and from the enterprise level, they are integrating it, but more on the customized side of it. Okay, so the
Got it.
customization is anyway required, right?
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you very much.
so anyone else has any question before I stop the recording? Okay, let me stop the recording then.